Are you a kayak fisherman struggling with a camera location that shows too much crotch and not enough fish? Well, move that camera up. Isn't that better? Uh-huh.
Today on Real Guys Fishing, we're going to build some custom camera mounts.
This is the camera mounted directly into the track of my kayak. Not the best spot or angle for the camera. Before I hit the water, I need to get the camera up and mount it where it can show off some fish. This is the track that came installed in my kayak. This is where I had the camera mounted for my test shots. It also has a factory installed threaded insert on the left front, on the right front, and way back by my seat. If I install the camera directly on the track, it gives me a very low camera angle. Not good. Same thing when I put it on the threaded insert. There's a time that Jackson included a GoPro mount with a kayak. It raised the camera up to a good height. It was flexible too. Now we're getting somewhere. I just need to figure out how to mount that thing using the insert. This is a standard GoPro mount with an adhesive base, but it has no hole for a screw to use that insert. So, off to the computer to design a new mount that has the standard GoPro mounting tabs, but it's beefier and integrates a hole for a bolt so I can fasten it to the threaded insert. And here it is, and I printed it in red. Now to put it in the insert. Okay, I threaded it into the insert. I can snap the GoPro into my part. This one allows me to tilt the camera forward and back as well as side to side to keep it level. But the camera is still too low as compared to the seat. I need to get it up. That's where the extender comes in. The extender snaps into my part and the tilt mechanism snaps into the extender. Let me just put all these pieces together. Anyway, when it's all set, it gives me a flexible camera mount that is the correct height to film a person holding a fish. Nice and flexible. Let's take a look. I can picture it now. But wait, maybe I don't want to use the GoPro snappy connector. This is another option. I went back to the computer and designed a part that has a 3/4 inch threaded pipe interior with a way to capture a nut or bolt in the base, so I can fasten it into an insert or the track. Ta-da! Here it is again, printed in red. I can thread it into the insert to give me another way to mount my GoPro. This threaded interior is the key. I figured out that my GoPro extender is made from 3/4 inch lock line, so I was able to source out a connector that allowed me to fasten the GoPro lock line to my 3D printed part. To connect the sections of lock line, I use a special pair of pliers to squeeze it together. It makes an awesome sound. The lock line now has a 3/4 inch pipe end and remains flexible. All I have to do is screw it into my 3D printed part. Okay, I found another mounting method I can try. If I didn't want to use the snap connector or my pipe connector in that threaded insert and instead wanted to use my track, I can use my pipe connector by adding a T-bolt to the bottom and sliding it into the track. Once I add the pipe connector to the track, all I have to do is thread my GoPro extender into the part. And I can still use my tilt mechanism to aim the camera or use another one if I want.
If I don't want to use this GoPro thing, I want to make something out of just regular PVC pipe. Here's a regular stock piece of PVC pipe. Screw it in. put my mount on here. And then I can have my camera mounted up top here, aim back towards my seat. If I don't want to aim that way, I can aim it out the other way. And even better, take it out of that track. I can put it in the track at the back, tighten it down. I can aim it out past the edge of my seat and film forward.
The camera mount is held down pretty good by the bolt, but I'm going to add some of this 3M adhesive to really lock it down. The back is smooth and it might spin, so to trim it I just need a sharp... Here is a snap mount with the 3M adhesive trim to fit. The bolt is a nice tight fit, and I think the adhesive is going to further keep it in place. I can just screw this back onto my kayak and make it a semi-permanent installation. I'll put links of where to get some of this stuff down in the description of the video, but I wanted to go over what I actually used in this build. The first thing I used was the GoPro flexible gooseneck mount, and I actually read on the flexible gooseneck part the word lock line. That's how I figured out that if I bought these lock line connectors, I could then screw it into my 3/4 inch PVC part that I made. I designed and printed 2 GoPro standard snap connector mounts, and I added some 3M adhesive to the back, and they have a 1/4x20 bolt that goes through it. The other part of this PVC build required a few pieces. I built these pieces in the 3D printer. One of them holds a nut, one of them holds a bolt, and they can do either. The bolt is so you can use either a threaded insert in your kayak or one of these standard camera connectors. So this would go on one end of my PVC pipe. And again, I just used some random pieces. Your lengths would vary. And the other one has that nut that holds the part for the T-slot. And I would screw that on the other end. So that I can actually put this onto my boat and have it connect up. And again, you can vary these lengths. I left them loose so I could do whatever I wanted with them.